WNEM TV5 News starts right now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news out of Louisiana: carnage at a movie theater.
Police say a gunman there opened fire. At least 9 people have been injured. 2 are dead, and that includes the gunman himself. The shooting erupted around 7:30 in the city of Lafayette.
I actually did not actually hear gunshots. We just heard the alarm go off, and then everybody just screaming to get out.
Again, breaking news out of Lafayette, Louisiana. 9 people injured in a shooting at a movie theater. 2 people are dead. That includes the gunman tonight. We will bring you updates as they come into the continuous news center.
Some more breaking news right now. The man who massacred a dozen people in a Colorado movie theater almost 3 years ago tonight could be put to death. The jury has decided that the crimes James Holm committed are cruel enough to consider the death penalty. Sentencing now moves to another phase, one which gives the defense a chance to ask for life behind bars.
That gun should have been found. It shouldn't have been found by the kids.
Not just a gun, a shotgun, and a loaded one at that. Tonight, one of those kids is badly injured because of that gun.
And police are involved because the gun may have a history. Sarah Simnich joins us live in Saginaw to explain more. Sarah.
Yeah, hi, Carrie and Sam. It's a tragic accident that left a little boy badly injured. And now we're learning this shotgun may be tied to a serious crime.
I heard a pop. I didn't know what it was. Didn't know it was a gun.
That loud pop was the sound of a gun, echoing close to home, right where local kids play and live. A place where they should be able to feel safe.
I got to be outside 24/7 watching my daughter because there's just too many things going on out here, really.
A group of kids stumbled across the shotgun Friday, and Michigan State Police say what happened next shouldn't have happened at all.
The 9-year-old boy that was handling the shotgun accidentally shot his friend, another 9-year-old, in the right bicep.
Now, Michigan State Police tell us that the gun was found in an open field in this area near these townhomes in Saginaw. And folks that live there say there was a lot of chaos the night of the shooting, and it was pretty scary.
All the kids come and told me what happened. You know, we were all worried about whether or not he was okay.
Lieutenant Kaiser says he's not okay. The boy's injuries are pretty bad.
A shotgun blast at very short range, there's a possibility he could lose use or lose the arm.
Police now believe they know where the shotgun came from. They say it could be connected to a shooting in Saginaw back in June. They say it's possible one of the suspects dumped the gun here.
During this shooting, a shotgun was used to shoot up a house. We have gathered evidence from that scene, along with shotgun shells from the shotgun the kids found.
A terrible accident that Lieutenant Kaiser says serves as a reminder for kids to call for help instead of ever touching a gun.
Hold the police, dial 911. We'll come out. We'll take possession of that weapon to make sure we do not have another incident like this.
Now, 3 people have been arrested in that shooting in June on Fayette Street. Now, state police are still awaiting results from the crime lab to see if the shells from that incident and the accidental shooting are a match. Live in Saginaw, Sarah Simnich, WNEM TV5 News.
All right, Sarah, thank you so very much. And a tragedy involving 2 boys in northern Michigan to tell you about. A boy died when a handgun held by his brother discharged inside a fort they were building. It happened this morning in Antrim County. It's not known where the boy got the gun.
Live look right now, I-75, Bay City. If you are getting an early start to the weekend, first of all, good for you. Secondly, you'll have a nice day for it. Meteorologist Daphne DeLorean has your forecast always in the first 10 minutes. Hi, Daphne.
Hi, Sam. You know, if you didn't soak it up the past couple of days, today was your next chance to do so. We had the sun shining and still really clear skies right now, going to last into the overnight hours. But temperatures, that was the hot spot. Temperatures in the upper 80s for some of us, only 3 degrees shy. In Flint, 87 degrees was your high there. 86 was your high in Saginaw. A little bit cooler by the lakeside there. Port Hope only topping out in the lower 70s, upper 70s around town in Oscoda. Here's your current temperatures. Still considered warm right now, 72, lower 70s there in Saginaw, 73 in Flint, 63 in Caro, so 60s to 70s. That's going to be the trend into the overnight hours, but temperatures dropping with those clear skies. 55 is what I'm calling for your morning temperature. By around lunch hour, I'm calling for upper 70s. So here's your first 1-5 sky tracker. High pressure now, showers return, timing out just when, all coming up.
I will light you up. Get out.
Wow.
Now.
Wow.
Get out of the car.
For a failure to signal. You're doing all this.
Sandra Bland, she was pulled over, arrested, then dead only days later in a Texas jail. Now the question is, should the Department of Justice get involved?
A local woman says yes, and now she's getting people on her side. TV5's Andrew Keller has that story. He joins us live right now at the social media desk with that. Hey, Drew.
Yeah, as you know, it's this video that sets the scene for a story with plenty of questions. Now a local woman wants the feds to be the ones to give the final answer.
And then I will light you up. Get out!
Questions continue to mount surrounding Sandra Bland's death and the circumstances leading to it. Police say the 28-year-old hanged herself in a Texas jail 3 days after being charged for assaulting a public servant during a traffic stop.
As an African-American mother, I thought that this seemed to be a little bit more suspicious than what was being reported.
Lois Wilkins lives in Freeland, so she's been watching the situation unfold from a distance.
It is not my daughter, but if it was, I probably would react the same way as her mother and her siblings are.
I'm not under arrest. You don't have the right to say. You are under arrest.
She says she's not sure if there was any wrongdoing, but says there is a cloud of doubt. And she believes when that's the case, state agencies shouldn't be investigating themselves. After a long discussion with her own daughter, she says she couldn't stand idle.
I wanted to use the petition process to find out if there's anyone else who is sharing these concerns.
So Wilkins created an online petition. It demands Attorney General Loretta Lynch and the Department of Justice conduct its own independent investigation.
I'm not saying that everything that was done is right or wrong. I do want to know the information. I think we need, as a community, we need to know that.
And the petition is catching fire.
I'm pleased that there are more people than I that are interested in this topic. I'm saddened that Sandra Bland is no longer here to speak for herself. The federal investigation will take place. I'll be satisfied with that.
And here is the website right now. You're taking a live look at it. Earlier this evening, it had 190,000 signatures. As we take a closer look, that's the number right now, close to 250,000 signatures. Now, MoveOn.org says it will keep collecting those, and soon it will hand-deliver the petition to the Attorney General's office. In the Continuous News Center, Andrew Keller, WNEM TV5.
Drew, thank you. One person was seriously injured when a house caught fire earlier today. This is what's left of the home in Mayville in Tuscola County. Crews were called to the scene just before 1 this morning. 3 people were inside the home. 1 suffered burns and smoke inhalation.
And this just in, Republicans in the U.S. House voted today to deny federal money to so-called sanctuary cities where undocumented immigrants can live without fear of deportation or prosecution. Now, these sanctuary cities have come under heavy scrutiny in the wake of Catherine Steinle's death on July 1st in San Francisco. Authorities have charged Juan Francisco Lopez Sanchez, who was in the U.S. illegally, with her killing.
Local cities still get money to deal with blighted properties thanks to a deal between Debbie Stabenow and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. A bill in the U.S. Senate would have taken away hundreds of millions of dollars from Michigan, but Stabenow tells the Detroit Free Press the bill no longer contains that provision.
Congressman Dan Kildee co-sponsoring a bill to extend protections to the LGBT community. Right now in Michigan, same-sex couples can get married, but individuals can still be fired from their job, evicted from their home, or denied a loan simply for being gay. The bill would amend the landmark Civil Rights Act to include sexual orientation and gender identity, making it illegal to discriminate in areas such as employment and housing.
Also in the House, lawmakers passed legislation not to require companies to label foods as genetically modified. The bill was co-sponsored by Midland Republican John Molinar and has the support of the food industry. There is no companion bill in the Senate. And it was opening day of talks between the UAW and Ford. The two sides met today at Cass Tech High School in Detroit. And by the looks of things, it was a real love fest. But they have some serious issues on the table, including what vehicles will be made in what country.
Of course, we're looking at all the alternatives. We'll talk with the UAW as part of the negotiations, as we would anyway.
Whenever a company makes a decision on products or are going to make a decision, we look at volume, next generation, and if we disagree with the company, we let them know.
The current contract with the UAW and the Detroit 3 expires in September.
Well, would you drink the water if you knew it contained a deadly amoeba?
Find out why people in Louisiana are being told bottoms up.
A professor's unusual question starts a social media debate about fairness, and you'll understand why when you hear tonight's talker.
Tired of hitting all those potholes? A group says it knows how to pay for repairs, but it needs your help. New tonight, our roads need billions worth of repairs, but how to pay for them is the big hang-up in Lansing.
Today, a group came out with a possible solution. They want to take, I should say, tax cuts away from corporations, and they're asking for your help in doing that. Meg McLeod explains how.
Potholes. We see them a lot around mid-Michigan, so much so that Flint's roads ranked as the worst for any mid-size urban city in the country. With several road funding plans rejected, one organization thinks it has a solution to our road woes.
So our plan is actually quite simple.
Tom Lutz of Citizens for Fair Taxes says his coalition's plan involves going after corporations instead of working families. Its website says corporations have received about $2 billion in tax cuts over the last 4 years. Citizens for Fair Taxes ballot proposal would cut those tax breaks nearly in half to recoup about $900 million.
It protects working families. The roads need to be fixed, and corporations need to start paying their fair share.
And if it gets about 252,000 signatures, you could see this proposal on the 2016 ballot.
And on our Facebook page, the reaction has been a bit divided. George says, great, chase our employers to Tennessee. We can go on welfare. Eric thinks this is a great idea. And Jackie says corporations can afford to spend some money on our roads. The Michigan Republican Party issued a statement tonight saying we can't fix our roads by placing the tax burden on the job creators. From the social media desk, Meg McLeod, WNEM TV5.
All right, Meg, and to learn more about Citizens for Fair Taxes, go to the hot link section of WNEM.com.
He was bitten by a rattlesnake and lived to tell about it.
But he got bitten again, this time in the wallet. That story when we go coast to coast in 60 seconds.
We continue to follow that breaking news out of Louisiana, where the death toll has risen to 3 in a shooting at a movie theater.
Police say a gunman opened fire around 7:30 in the city of Lafayette. We're told the gunman is dead, took his own life. Stay with us for breaking updates to the story. Again, 3 dead, 7 injured in that theater shooting in Louisiana. And all new at 11, stories from across the nation.
Let's go coast to coast in 60 seconds. The Louisiana water system has a killer amoeba. The water is safe to drink, but people are told not to get it into their noses. That's how the amoeba gets into the brain.
Close call for 2 Maryland officers almost hit by this SUV that comes rolling by. The driver, she was texting at the time, got a $200 ticket.
A not guilty plea entered. Dynell Lane is accused of attacking an expectant mother in Colorado and taking the baby from her womb. The mother survived, the baby did not.
A family in Nebraska might make medical history. Their 3 babies were born with craniosynostosis, which deforms the skull. But the kids are now all right after surgery.
A well drilling operation turned into something bigger than expected when this sinkhole opened up. No one was injured. Traps
are being set to catch a black bear spotted in northern Indiana, the first wild black bear confirmed in that state since the 1870s.
Bitten twice, a San Diego man was nipped by a rattler while taking a selfie with it. His medical bill, $153,000.
Taking a selfie with
Who does that? I dare say he almost deserved it.
Oh my God, yeah, he kind of had that one coming. There you go, coast to coast in 60 seconds.
With coverage you can count on. Now your First Warn 5 forecast with meteorologist Daphne DeLorean.
All right, well, good evening to you. A delightful past couple of days in the Weather Center, and today was really your next chance to get out there and enjoy it. Here's the deal. If you didn't do it today, you have one more day to do so. Bright sunshine to finish off the work week. We'll get to that in just a minute here. As for your First Warn 5 pinpoint Doppler radar, just sparkling this evening. No rain showers to point out. Only decreasing cloud cover, again, going to drop temperatures down to the unseasonably cool range. We're talking middle 50s. Let's step outside and show you a live picture. Temperatures still in the lower 70s. So this is considered on the warm side right now. We'll call it 72 degrees there with decreasing cloud cover. Let's go to our next stop right now in Flint. Temperatures also on the warm side, comfortable though, 73 degrees. Dew points in the lower 60s. Winds on the light side out of the southwest at about 5 miles per hour. Last stop in Saginaw, temperatures in the lower 70s. Kind of a calm evening out there. So let's show you temperatures all across the map. We're either in the lower 60s. Notice when you head to the lake, that's where you're a little bit cooler. That's also where daytime highs were cooler in the 70s. When you head to Tri-City area, we're in the lower 70s. We were as high as 87 degrees in Flint today. Right now, flirting in the lower 70s. Good evening to you there. 63 in Caro, 63 in Houghton Lake, 63 for us in Oscoda. Dew points in the upper 50s to lower 60s. That's when you start to get a little bit sticky here. So we're in the yellow zone. I would say between the green and yellow zone here. Comfortable to getting sticky. Tomorrow going to be on the comfortable side in the green zone. First 1-5 Sky Tracker showing you high pressure really strong on top of us now. High pressure in the lower levels of the atmosphere. A small, what we call a short wave in the upper levels of the atmosphere. That brought a few of us, a few sprinkles today, but kind of dissipated quickly. Here's what my eye is on. Our next system really towards the north and west of us, currently over Canada. That's going to pull in some moisture. I'm really going to say you're going to notice this on Saturday morning. Going to start the scattered shower and storm activity. I don't see any washouts with this, and I think most of it really going to be out of your hair by the afternoon hours, besides a few lingering showers. So let's time things out in your first 1-5 hour by hour forecast. Let's put you into the future, into the overnight hours. Decreasing cloud covers, again, going to drop temps down. Going to look very similar to this morning in the middle 50s to upper 50 degree zone. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. When you wake up, start your day, going to be on the bright side because no rain showers in the way for your commute. This is lunch hour. Notice that this is really, it's been picking up rain showers, but don't pay attention to that. I don't see any rain showers in the forecast tomorrow. In fact, just partly cloudy skies with temperatures going to look very similar today. I'm thinking middle to upper 80s, considered unseasonably warm. We should be in the lower 80s for this time of year. Okay, so this is around midnight tomorrow night. Notice most of us dry. It's not until the overnight hours into the earlier afternoon hours. Kind of a quick moving system going to drag, really spill the showers in the forecast. This is 2 p.m. Notice how most of it out of our hair towards the east of us. 58 for your overnight low tonight. Partly cloudy skies, a very seasonable night ahead, and temperatures tomorrow still going to be on the toasty side. I'll call it 85 degrees. And again, I always like to remind you to have the sunscreen and the water bottle on hand. First 1-5 7-day forecast. Temperatures not complaining, middle 80s tomorrow. Sun and clouds tomorrow. A rain shower is going to be in the picture Saturday morning, going to be scattered. We can deal with that because bright sunshine to the rescue by Sunday with temps in the middle 80s.
Daphne, thank you. A Maryland professor's question has blossomed online into a debate about fairness.
It began with this tweet by a student that said, "What kind of professor does this?" Here's what students were asked. They could get 2 points or 6 points added to their final grade. But if more than 10% of the class picked 6 points, no one would get any points.
Dylan Selterman has been posing this question. He's the professor for 7 years now. He told the Baltimore Sun that only one class had ever gotten the points, and he plans to continue asking it. Maybe I'm not very bright. I don't understand the point of that exercise.
It has to be an experiment in human behavior. I don't know, but
okay.
Just give him some points.
Yeah.
There's an easy way to help fight cancer.
Yeah, put on your walking shoes. We're going to show you when and where. That's next. You can literally step into the fight against cancer with this weekend's Relay for Life. It runs from 9 Saturday morning to 9 Sunday morning at the Midland County Fairgrounds. The goal this year, raising $180,000, and organizers are expecting between 2,000 and 3,000 participants this year.
Now, with coverage you can count on, you're watching Sports Extra.
All eyes in the baseball world were fixed on Tigers starter David Price today, but the Tigers still weighing options on being either buyers or sellers for the upcoming trade deadline next week. Price made what might be his last start at Comerica Park. Price could have one more start before the deadline on the 31st, but that will come in on the road in all places Tampa, as the Tigers will start a 10-game roadie tomorrow. Price's big mistake came here in the first as Kyle Seager here takes him down and out to right. A solo shot and a 1-0 Seattle lead. Tigers answer in their half of the first as Beamart here is going to go shopping at the gap and right. Here comes Ian Kinsler to score. Ioannis Cespedes is also going to score. We got ourselves a 2-1 Detroit lead. And Price did not disappoint the mini scouts that were in the audience. Price going 8 innings, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits. He walked 1 while striking out 7, but he would get a no decision in this one as the Tigers and Mariners would need extra innings to decide a winner. And it was the Mariners' Mike Zunino here in the 12th inning coming up with a decisive hit as Seattle goes on to win it by the score of 3-2. Now, after the game, Price refused to give any thought that this might have been his swan song at Comerica.
Dave, a lot of fans, of course, will wonder if this is the last time you pitch at Comerica Park as a Tiger, though. Does that creep into your mind at all?
No, it does not. It's out of my control, so there's no point in thinking about it.
Playoff tickets for the Loons are on sale. The Loons wrapped up a first-half playoff spot with a second-place finish in the Eastern Division before the All-Star break last month. And they will be taking on the hated Lansing Lugnuts. Game 1 of that 3-game series will be at Dow Diamond in Midland on Wednesday, September the 9th. Loons in action tonight down in South Bend, taking on the Cubs. And the Loons big winners today. They missed an extra point, but they still win it by the score of 13-0. Well, a local Little League softball team is getting ready to play in the national tournament. Here's Jason Fielder on the Bay County All-Stars.
We're from the Bay. Today is the day. Today is the day. We're gonna play. We're gonna play. So take it away. So take it away.
That's part of the new dugout cheer for the Bay County 11 and 12-year-old all-star softball team. The girls recently won the state tournament, so now they'll head to the national regional tourney.
I'm so excited for Indiana. We played as a team and worked together and made it happen.
The team is made up of 11 players who all live within 5 miles of each other, and most go to the same school.
It's fun that I get to be with my best friends every day playing and doing what I love.
The regional tourney consists of championship-winning squads from 9 different states. The Bay County girls assure me they won't be intimidated.
We're just going to play as hard as we can, and whatever happens, happens.
The first part of the tournament is a 5-day event in Indianapolis, and while the Little League organization will take care of the team's lodging and some food, there will still be expenses. So the Bay County All-Stars created a GoFundMe page where they're trying to raise $2,000.
Going to the regionals is far beyond what any of them expected. And it's just something that's so special, and they probably don't even realize it right now. But give them about 5 or 6 years, and it's going to hit them good.
Up first for Bay County will be Illinois on Saturday. Stay with WNEM TV5 for continuing coverage as the team tries to make it to the World Series. In Hampton Township, I'm Jason Fielder for Sports Extra.
And a special high five to the Bay County All-Stars. Good luck this weekend. Back to Sam and Carey.
All right, Scott, thanks. Slippery when wet, a road hazard you probably never want to encounter.
You might want to get DOT out here, the shad flies. It's like ice on this bridge.
A bridge shut down because of mayflies. Seeing is believing. Next. It is like something out of a scary movie. A swarm of mayflies so intense it shut down a bridge. Look at all those things.
This was filmed by an Iowa mother during a ride-along with her police officer's son. The bugs not only stranded cars, they just kept piling up.
The biggest thing I noticed was after cars were stopped and sitting so long while we're trying to get cars moving again, is they were probably piled knee-high in front of their headlights and just sitting there.
Oh my God.
This is going to give me nightmares. It took a snow plow to remove the bugs, and crews even had to lay down sand because the bridge remained so slippery afterwards. Seriously, I'm so grossed out right now.
I have goosebumps all over.
Come on, you two.
Yuck. Are we like girly right now? We're girly.
I'm
having nightmares tonight.
And dangerous. That's the thing.
Yeah.
At least the road's slick, the bridge is slick.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Oh, good thing we don't have that here. Okay, so let's talk about weather. Temperatures in the middle 80s, sunshine to finish off the work week. Rain showers come on Saturday, throwing the sunshine right back at you by Sunday. Temps in the middle 80s.
Before we go, a quick update on the breaking news out of Louisiana. 3 dead, now 7 hurt. A shooting at a movie theater.
We are learning the weapon was a handgun and the shooter took his own life. We will bring you overnight developments of this breaking news on TV5 Wake Up starting at 5. Have a good night.